Iceland, to some the most beautiful country in the world. Let's explore what lies in this strange little island that looks like it's located on completely another planet. Iceland has lifted its travel ban a few days ago, and tourists are allowed to the country again. We have this great opportunity to see Iceland almost tourist-free, which hasn't happened in years. I am Lex Universe, and this is Iceland post-corona. Hello Internet, welcome to Lex Universe. So our tour to Iceland continues, and today we will take a look at Reykjavik. We're at the Laugafjörður street in the center of Reykjavik, and this is like the most famous shopping street, full of tourists, full of cafes, restaurants, bars, and also it's really cool. There's a lot of street arts on the streets and of the buildings. It's really cool. So we will walk through it, and then we will enjoy the beauties of the Icelandic capital. Let's go. So I don't really have any special plans regarding Reykjavik. There are not so many cultural landmarks or heritage sites, but the city looks really amazing, so let's walk the streets and perhaps we'll find something interesting here. Reykjavik is the world's northernmost capital and the westernmost capital of Europe. The Laugafjörður street is the main commerce street in downtown Reykjavik. It means wash street because it used to lead towards old hot springs where women of Reykjavik washed their laundry. And of course, this is where I ended up. Cheers. By the way, the bartender appeared to speak a little bit Czech. It really surprised me. And of course, in any video from Reykjavik, this building cannot be missing. It's the Hallgrímskirkja, which is the largest church in Reykjavik, and actually is the tallest building in the whole of Iceland. And maybe the video doesn't do it real justice, but it's really fucking high. You can climb up for like €8. It's not really expensive, but the opening hours are quite sparse, at least now, so I didn't manage. But if you're here, it could give you a nice view of the city, town. I don't think you can call it city. But yeah, it's really beautiful. And also there's this statue of Leif Erikson, which is apparently the man who discovered Iceland 1,000 years ago. So this is how they honor him. And you see, usually this place is really crowded by people, but right now there are some, but I was here several times already because I live nearby, just around the corner actually. So I actually get the chance to see it without any people at all, and that's so beautiful. I don't think you can do it any other time of the year. While it seems really difficult to imagine Reykjavik without this iconic landmark, it had only been built in the 1930s. The observation deck on top of the tower gives you an amazing bird view of downtown Reykjavik. But if you are a fan of viewpoints, stick till the end of the video. I have something special for you. So we have moved towards the coast. You can see that mountain across the bay. But here we have the new concert hall, Harpa. If you have ever been in some Scandinavian capital city, you can see that all of them have built one of these modern concert halls, so nothing new here, but it's really cool and really nice. And if you're a fan of music, you can go for a concert there. The Harpa Concert Hall and Community Center was opened in 2011. If it looks familiar to you, you may have seen it in the episode Crocodile of Black Mirror, which by the way was primarily filmed on Iceland as a whole. Well, and here you can see the office of the Prime Minister of Iceland. It's kind of interesting how it's like directly on the street. This country doesn't stop surprising me. It's really cool. And we have reached the very center of Reykjavik. There's this kind of a large lake. It's called Tjörnir, at least I think. And over there you can see the Reykjavik Cathedral. It's a very cute little spot. Unfortunately it starts raining and starts to be really windy, so I think I will go to my hotel and we will continue in this trip tomorrow. So stay tuned, it will be just a few seconds for you. You know what? If you know a little bit about history, then you may know that in the final years of the Cold War, the American President Ronald Reagan and the Soviet leader Mikhail Gorbachev have met in Reykjavik, and this is actually the house where they met. So as you can see, they had quite a beautiful view. While we're at the topic of the Cold War, here you can see one piece of the Berlin Wall. By the way, one thing about Reykjavik: never buy bottled water, because first of all, you will find these fountains almost everywhere, and on the other hand, even the tap water is extremely drinkable and it's probably the best water you've ever tasted. Cheers. So do you know that 100% of Reykjavik's energy consumption is green energy or renewable energy? Well, this is another case of ecology in Iceland. Really far, kind of far from the city center, but it's really cool. It's called the Recycled House. Let's walk around. I'm not even sure if I can. Hopefully nobody will throw me away. You know, honestly, I'm not even sure what this is, but it kind of became my most favorite place in Reykjavik. And we're not probably, and I guess we're quite far from the city center. You can see it over there. So as you can see, it's a little further. But if you have the chance and you have some time, totally worth it. And there is another iconic thing in Iceland, and that's this statue. It's called Sun Voyager, and it should represent the Viking ship. It's a statue. of a ship. This may look really natural, but honestly, if you've ever seen any pictures of the landscape on Iceland, there's one odd thing. There are no trees, and truly there are no natural trees here in Iceland. Almost everything that you can see here is in the cities or around them has been planted artificially, except for a small portion in the rift between the Eurasian and North American tectonic plate, which you can see in my previous video. But long story short, all of these trees, they are not original. They've been planted here by people. You know, it's so peaceful here. I kind of feel like a local here. I guess I could imagine living here, at least during summer. I love it here, seriously. More than any trip I've ever taken. So, I guess this could be Iceland as well. And this, I guess, would be our final stop. It's called Perlar. It's a little bit further from the city, but you can access this observation deck on the top, and the views of the city is just stunning, as you can see. And you can buy some tours inside. You can actually watch the projection of the Northern Lights in summer if you're here and you're interested in that. But the cool thing is that if you don't want to do any of that, you can just go to the observation deck for free and enjoy this amazing view of this beautiful capital. And they have a very good ice cream here. You can find Finland on top of the Eskilstuna hill, circa 3 kilometers from the city center. Originally it was a cluster of hot water tanks, but it was rebuilt into a building in 1990s. Today you can find here the exhibition Wonders of Iceland, as well as a planetarium, observation deck and a restaurant. I have no idea what it was, but I felt like a wizard. I'm not even sure what flavor it is. I just like that it's black. But it's good. And with that in mind, let me tell you goodbye. So, my plane departs at midnight, so I will slowly have to return back to the airport. But I will make one more video about tips and tricks about traveling to Iceland. I hope it will be interesting for you. And in the meantime, thank you for sticking with me till the end of this video and till the end of this series. If you like this video, please give me a like, subscribe to my channel, check out my other social media, check out the previous videos if you haven't seen them, and see you in the next video. Have a beautiful day.